Hi everybody, it's Todd Francis again, and this is the video for the tour and tutorial for the Hayden-McNeil lab simulation site. Again, we're on the Blackboard page. For each of your courses, whether you're in the College Chemistry 1 course or the Intro to Chemistry course, you will have on your tabs over here this Lab Access tab. When you click on this, this will take you to the Hayden-McNeil lab site and this information. I mentioned in the announcement video, if you are in the Chemistry 1 course, here's some information, and then the intro course. Okay, I've already got this pulled up in a tab. You're going to create an account. When you create an account, for your username and password, I recommend using the same username and password that you use for Blackboard. So your username would be your student ID number, your password would be your 4x4, the first 4 letters of your last name, the last 4 digits of your social security numbers. That's my recommendation. You can set that up however you want. Your details here for email and such, I recommend using your Allen email for this and everything. Now I already have an account, so I'm going to hit cancel here. Once you get that set up, you will be asked for a access code when you click on new user. In your Allen email on Monday, June 8th, you will receive an email from me with an access code for the Hayden-McNeil site. Use that access code as you create your account. Now, since you're a new user, so the first time once you get your account set up, you're a new user, choose your institution. We are choosing Allen Community College, and this will take us to a list of labs for this. Again, you're going to look for the lab simulation. There's a number of them, so you want to be very careful. This being the summer class, if you are in the Intro to Chemistry course, you're going to have CHE105 lab simulations summer 2020. If you're in the Chemistry 1 course, CHE125 lab simulations summer 2020. And again, look for my name, Francis, on both of these for that. So you will click on and enroll in the course that you are using. I'm going to jump ahead of here a little bit because I'm going to go to, this is my site. You'll come to this main page, and this is going to have the list of labs that you're going to be completing over the course of the next 8 weeks. Our very first lab, the first 2 labs that you see here are the labs that you're going to see for the first module. The very first lab is an introduction to this site. So this is going to show you how you can work things in the lab, how everything works, how you're using your computer or tablet to get your information. Okay, start with the background, and you will want to read that background information. And again, since this is an introduction lab, this is just going to go through things that you're going to see in each of the labs. Each of the other labs, the background is going to be very specific to the lab and the procedure that you're going to be doing. And you will see things that I will show you this. Every time you go into a lab, this is going to be the first screen that you see, this personal protection equipment, the goggles, the lab coat, and the gloves. The virtual workspace, you will see that here, and there will be some scrolling as you can find instruments and materials and glassware as you're looking. And again, give you more information, more tools. Once you get through the background, that's going to take you to the experiment and the procedure. Okay, this right here, my recommendation, click on this to take you to a new tab. That way you're going to be going back and forth reading the experiment and going through the simulation. Okay, so let's open up here. We'll start our lab. And every time, like I said, you're going to click all 3 of these. It will not allow you to enter the lab without that. And again, all your materials are going to be on the shelves here. You've got your materials, and you will, for some of them, you will need to scroll over them. You've got your glassware, same thing here. You're going to scroll over the glassware. and also instruments that you're going to be using here, and some of them you will be scrolling. Okay, if you do this in tabs, it's just a matter of going back and forth between the tabs. So as we go through here, okay, we're going to start the 150 Erlenmeyer flask. We'll pull that down. That's our 250. There's our 150. And we're just taking it right down to the lab bench. Tells us next, hey, we need the 6 molar HCl. And as you read the procedure, it will tell you you're going to put you'll scroll and put the bottle directly over the beaker. And look what it says. Hey, we're going to add 50 milliliters. So we'll just type in 50. As you're doing this and as you're recording things, make sure you do have a separate piece of paper to record data. Record amounts, record temperatures. You go through the procedure, it will tell you to write down these things on the paper. Okay. Next, it tells us, hey, we go to 6, we want to take a thermometer. So here's our thermometer. And again, we'll put it directly in the Erlenmeyer flask. There's that temperature, and we want to write that temperature down. And again, write that down on a piece of paper. Next, once we've got our temperature there, we're going to find the 1 molar sodium hydroxide. So let's do some scrolling here, see if we can find it. There's our 1 molar sodium hydroxide. And again, the same thing. We're going to put this on the glassware. So 2 things. Again, come here what they're saying. We're going to add 50 milliliters. But again, read through this. We want to observe the change in temperature. And we want to note the temperature of the liquid that has gone up. So again, we'll put our 50 milliliters in. We'll add that. Note that change in temperature. And the max temperature, you saw it go all the way up to 26.7. So write that temperature down. And as the reaction is continuing, you see the temperature going down. Okay. And you can see they tell us that. Okay, now that we're done, we'll clear the lab bench. Look what it says. Drag each container to the waste container to empty the materials. So the thermometer, we'll take that off. We'll put that back on the shelf. The Erlenmeyer flask, we'll take that here, empty that, and then we'll put it in the sink. Okay, and then they tell us, hey, now that we've done that, we can scroll down to experiment 2. Okay, I'm not going to do the remaining experiments. Hey, this is for you to do. We've got all 3 experiments done. They tell us to close that browser window. And now we want to go back to our course main page, because for each of these labs, you're going to have a short answer and a multiple choice component to the lab. So again, you can come back up here, click on this, go back to my lab, start with the multiple choice. You'll get your quiz, and it is a multiple choice quiz. Most of them will have anywhere from 8 to 10 questions. Use your data to answer each of these questions for that. Once you complete the multiple choice questions, you've got a series of short answer questions. And again, your answers are going to be based on your results. So it is going to be very important for you to write out your results and your data for each one. Once everything's done, you complete everything, click on Finish Attempt, and that's going to submit the attempt. And then I will be able to go in, I will see what work you've completed, and I will be able to grade your work. And that graded work then will go into your My Grades section. Okay, if you have any questions about the tutorial, please ask me. The 2 biggest things that I will tell you for this: make sure you know the course that you're looking for. If you're in the chemistry 1, it is going to be the 125, the CHE125. If you're in the intro to chemistry, it'll be the CHE105, and again, the summer 2020 sections. And also on June 8th, look for an email from me that contains an access code so that you can get everything set up. With that, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.